Terga dois anos.
Square is what substitutes for the spring frequency when one goes from the mechanical problem to the NEC problem. And so everything I've written down over here is carried over if one simply substitutes k.dA for gamma. That gives the dispersion relation for vertically oriented magnetic fields, weak magnetic fields, and accretion disk. Okay, are there any questions on that? Okay. So let's give a list of facts that was known about the linear theory of the spectral rotational stability, because obviously this is not a rigorous theory, and this only considers a special case where one has a vertical field in the disk. So it turns out that for a general central potential, instability only requires that d omega squared dr is less than 0. So there has to be differential rotation, and the rotation frequency has to decrease outward. The maximum growth rate in a Keplerian disk is, as you could deduce from this, where I said the minimum in the dispersion relation is minus 96 omega squared, is in a Keplerian disk 3/4 omega. So the maximum growth rate is always the dynamical rate, and it's changed by tuning the wavelength of the unstable mode. So for a given magnetic field strength, this k.dA is order omega. So for example, if the field is very, very weak, then the characteristic wavelength at which one attains the maximum growth rate becomes smaller and smaller. The fastest growing mode is the next line is when k.dA squared is 1516 omega squared in a Keplerian disk. We know that there is a local instability, so local here mathematically means an instability that appears in WKD theory, where the wavelength is small compared to the disk scale height. And we also know that there is a form of local instability present even for a purely toroidal field. So in that case, the linear theory becomes quite a bit more complicated, and the instability manifests as a temporary growth in the magnitude of the perturbation, which eventually stops. But by tuning the parameters, the wave vectors, it's possible to get as large an amplification factor as one wants for any given toroidal field. Okay, so linear theory is great, but it doesn't tell you what happens when the instability goes into non-linear regime and saturates. So for that, we need simulations. So there's lots of work been done on the development of NHD turbulence disks in the last 20 years, 21 years. The saturation of the MRI has been investigated in local or global settings. So a local setting is one that basically follows a patch of plasma as it orbits the central object and gives a set of equations inspired by the Taylor equation. Whereas global models consider the full evolution of the disk from the central object outward. MRI simulations in literature can be stratified or unstratified. So the stratified models simply include the harmonic potential around the midplane of the disk, and so have variations in the density with height. The unstratified models turn that off and provide a simpler, cheaper model, which may or may not be relevant. Models can run with explicit dissipation, so for example, explicit and small viscosity, microscopic viscosity, and explicit and small ohmic resistivity. Or in the majority models, one uses something called aisles. So I don't think I'm talking about aisles here. No? Okay. So this amounts to what's called a direct numerical simulation of turbulence. So you simulate the entire turbulent cascade from the largest scale, where energy is injected, scales comparable to the scale height, down to the dissipation scale. So you follow absolutely everything. In an aisles model, which means that it puts in large eddy simulation, there's a closure which provides dissipation, and the closure is provided by your numerical scheme. So most models today have used aisles. And this may or may not be a problem. We know that the convergence properties of aisles and explicit dissipation models are different, so I'll say a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay, and then people have looked at isothermal disk models. So isothermal disk means that one uses this equation of state where Chomsky squared is constant pressure to the density. So this eliminates the energy equation from consideration and gives one a cheap model to integrate. Now people are doing energetically self-consistent models. So either models with very little radiation that allow heating from dissipation of turbulence, or models which include radiative transport. Okay, so let me show you just a couple models. So the first one is a global simulation. It's stratified. It uses ions. So people sometimes describe this as dissipation on air grid. And it is energetically self-consistent in the sense that in this model there's very little radiation and the entropy of the plasma still has to increase. So this particular model was run by my student Dr. Shikawa, who's now at CFA, and it shows the density evolution in the midplane of a disk around a rotating black hole. So you can see that there is sustained turbulence in the system that produces variations of density in the midplane, and that these variations of density take the form of trailing spirals. Okay, again, the color here shows log of density, and this guy more or less reaches inflow equilibrium. In other words, it's been run through the viscous top scale out to a radius of about 20 times the naturalized radius. Okay. That's the boundary. So there's an absolute boundary here, and there's some interaction with the boundary. We know that it's because we try moving the boundary, and we get the same result. Okay, so the next simulation I'll show you is a local model. So again, it uses equations of motion which include a Coriolis term and a tidal extension of the effective potential in a co-orbiting frame. So we go into the frame of the plasma as it orbits around a central object. The model I'll show you is stratified, so it includes the vertical gravity. Again, it uses aisles for the period, no split dissipation, and this one is isothermal. So here's a graphic from Chip Officer that explains a little bit by students MRI recently this spring. Okay, so you can see that there's something that reminds this. There is turbulence which couples the compressive modes and produces these density waves that run back and forth inside the disk. Let me show the field. You can also see that there are small scale structures in the magnetic field, and these lead to an alpha order of a few times 10 to the minus 2 when vertically integrated through the disk. Okay, so these are just examples. I think there are hundreds of papers which have looked at these similar models in the literature, and a few things have been learned from these. Not as much as we like, a few things. So going way back in history, the first models people had were axisymmetric models, and we know that even in axisymmetry, the MRI leads to a turbulent state, and that turbulent state transports angular momentum outward. And I think that angular momentum goes outward is not a trivial one, because there's some forms of turbulence that transport angular momentum inward. So that's interesting. We know that in 2D, the MRI does not converge. In other words, if you have infinite numerical resources, you will not find a converged value of alpha. We know that in 3D, the MRI leads to turbulence, and again, outward transport of angular momentum. And we know that sometimes in 3D, the MRI simulations converge. So we know they converge when explicit dissipation is used. We also know they converge when, in one of these local models, one inserts a vertical magnetic field inside the box, or a permanent toroidal field. So in either case, the simulation converges. We know they don't converge in the unstratified sharing box models on a bare grid in the IELTS problem. There's something discovered by Fermani and Papalousiou. We know that there are issues with convergence for IELTS models in the unstratified sharing box.